What's up, boys? Back in the content room doing a very first video reacts with me and Johan here. Had a DM come through from our boy Nick. We're going to redact his name just for sake of that. I'm not going to read this entire, multi-paragraph DM he sent us. I'll let you guys read it. I'll have Manny post it up in there so you guys can. But long story short, he's in LA. He's got a CCW, is legal to carry, and he observed a young woman being kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint. And she had her elderly mother with her. Long story short, he drew his pistol, yelled at the guy, told him to stop. And that guy immediately turned around and fired back at him. Looks like there was a brief exchange, ducking for cover. He was able to return 2 shots back, hit him center mass. The guy stumbled behind a car. As he stood back up, he returned fire one more time and hit the guy in the eye, put him down completely. Thankfully, I've got my CCW, had numerous witnesses. My coworker were across the street, knew they had CCTV. They were able to get that footage. Got this video to him the next day. Ended up spending 5 hours with LAPD while they conducted their investigation. The cops were extremely professional and shockingly supportive as they gathered all the information. I even got a few attaboys as I was released. Anyways, grateful to be alive, grateful for the GBRS group, and grateful for this community and all I've been able to learn. Want to make it out to a KTC one day and meet the fellas in person. Dude, I haven't seen this thing. I've obviously heard about it. The boys got it last night. I guess this happened last year sometime. If you guys already know about it, cool. I've never personally got to see the video. I know you haven't either.
No.
But, dude.
That's wild, though.
A kidnapping in broad daylight in L.A. I just asked the guys, dude, I was under the impression that getting a CCW in California was kind of like riding a unicorn, like it doesn't really happen. I thought this dude would be a cop or an ex-cop, and apparently he's not. Just a dude who's on Patreon and trains. And thank God for it, man. Like, this is the kind of stuff we talk about a lot, though. The advanced situational awareness, to be able to see exactly what's happening. And, he says it in his, in the first paragraph of his message, know your target and what's beyond. Sometimes you have to move to a position of cover because you can't return fire. I know you've been in those situations. Yeah. I have, too. Shit gets dicey in the real world, man. Little kids run out in front of the street, cars passing by, shop door, glass storefront opens up. There's a bunch of different stuff, and to be able to maneuver around in time and space while processing information and be able to make accurate hits is super cool, and I am totally pumped to see it. So let's see it, man. All right, this is Street View CCTV camera. All right, you can see the girls up there in the front.
Okay, yeah, it's getting pushed over.
Oh, yeah, you got multiple, 1, 2, 3, 4 people out in the street. Oh, yeah, you can see them right there. On the back side of that, looks like a Dodge pickup truck.
Yep.
Engaging. What is that, probably 15 yards?
Yeah, that's a
you see him, he gets hit twice, pops back up behind that white car and gets dumped. Maybe you roll that through one more time? Now we know what we're looking at. All right, so you've got that white car all the way up to the 12 o'clock of the screen.
Guy
2 females getting out.
Yep.
Grabs her.
Pushes her down.
Knocks her on the ground. You see old boy jump out of that truck.
So according to his text message, I can see that lady's mom that got pushed down was right behind that guy. That's why he didn't shoot over right away.
Yep. So good. Behind the engine block, gets up. I'm up. They see me. I'm down. Engage 1, 2, 3 rounds, it looks like. Moves to another position of cover. Guy stands back up after getting thumped in the chest. Stands up, exposes, boom. Dude, as that car is coming into the scene. So think about that in 8-10 seconds earlier. Now that car is right in the line of fire. It's like he's processing all that information, man. All those different people. You look at, over to his, 9, 10 o'clock. 2 more people on the side of that building. Where are they coming out of? People coming out of the storefronts. Gunshots go off in the middle of the street. People do some very frantic stuff. And I thought he did a hell of a job processing that.
I like the fact that he didn't just plant his feet and just stayed there. He bounced back and forth. He didn't shoot right away. Where he was set up at the truck and addressed that guy, that mom comes walking out, and he said rule number 1 in his DM, know your target was behind it, and her mom was right there. Yeah. You can just start throwing rounds willy-nilly. That's what's good about the CCW community. I've taught a decent amount of people CCW back in Texas and Oklahoma, and a lot of the folks are really intelligent when it comes to basic firearms fundamentals and safety. Yes, anybody can do training more, but the basic rules of handling a firearm, most people, a good chunk of people with a concealed carry license, because they actually took that extra initiative to get more trained and get boned up on smart things instead of just carrying it. It's stuff like this that I hear when they have to use it, because I was friends with a CCW insurance attorney for a while, and stuff like this is, I'd say it doesn't happen all the time, but like usually stuff like this, it's real quick, it's real fast, and a lot of people don't plant their feet. This guy, like I said, broad daylight, you can see him addressing the guy as soon as he hears a woman scream, does a slow draw right behind the truck.
Mm-hmm. Does it look like he's in the truck? Or
No, he
right
walked right by it, and he did a slow draw.
Yeah, dude.
And he's right there, and he comes to the front, trying to get a better angle. That guy's popping up behind the car. He goes back and forth.
Dude. Good stuff, man. I'm glad you've been training, dude.
That's just save that girl's life, because, I mean, that dude had a gun.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to execute them both. I mean, it's broad daylight. I mean, you see all this crazy stuff, you know, the Wangro concept. Like,
well, I mean, that guy didn't hesitate to return fire. Usually people that are robbing people, they don't have any intention to hurt anybody.
Yeah, they run.
If they run. It's like they don't want to get caught or get in this exchange, because back in the day when they respected law enforcement, it was like as soon as somebody said, you know, police freeze, they'd take off running. They wouldn't return fire because they usually meant business. But this guy, as soon as he got addressed, he started shooting. So what his intent was already right there. It's like he has the intention that he will kill these two women for this car if they resist, because this guy didn't even know who was addressing him. If he had a gun, it looked like he just immediately popped up and started shooting back at that guy before he got behind.
Some of you guys, Manny, task out for you. Please make contact with this dude. Ask him make, model, caliber, whatever he was shooting, in rough distance. For me, I'd call that 15 yards.
Yeah. No, that's a whole street section right there. So cars passing in between it.
Yeah.
That's easily 15, 20 yards from that one corner to that back fence where that guy's at.
And if I read his DM right, I couldn't tell if he was saying the assailant threw 3 rounds at him or if he shot 3, hitting him twice center mass. The third shot was through the eye. But really good stuff, man. Staying behind that position of cover/concealment. I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Still not losing focus and situation.
We didn't overexpose either. Like, even I didn't see the good side of the back side of that truck, but when he addressed that guy, he didn't look like he was overexposing and standing out in the open. Like, he did it from a place of cover.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looks like he's walking up right there, notices what's going on, runs to the back of that truck. I mean, does a slow draw, because it seems like those people that were behind the truck started getting down, and then shots started getting fired when everybody started scrambling.
Yeah, I mean, you can see all those guys. That's probably as soon as he says, drop your weapon. He returned fire, and you see those 3 or 4 guys on the front end of that truck all drop down on knees and start crawling out.
Yeah.
Dude, good for you, brother. Good for you, man. Not an easy shot to make. It's a lot of duress. It's a lot of stimulation flowing at you at one time, dude. Really good stuff. Yeah, man, I'm glad you had your CCW. Glad all the post-shooting stuff went nice and clean. I'm glad the cops treated you right. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
that's always the big thing. It's like, how's it going to be perceived? You know, what are the first words to leave your mouth after that last round goes off, and everything else. Man.
Well, that's what they say, especially in the concealed carry courses. There's 3 people involved or 3 parties involved in the gunfight. It's the perpetrator, it's the shooter, and the witnesses. And so people can tell if you're trained or not if you're just willy-nilly throwing bullets back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, the people around our boy Nick was just getting out of the cone of fire, but they didn't seem like threatened by somebody protecting those people across the street.
Dude, that's our first React video. That was super cool. Humbled that guy's on our channel. I'm glad it helped, dude. I'm really stoked for you to be able to save her and her mom. Yeah, I definitely don't have any of those under my belt stateside-wise.
No, it's good that there's citizens out there that still kind of take accountability upon themselves to help their fellow Americans in distress. There's so many people these days that'll walk right past you.
Yeah, dude.
It's not my business, not my place. And man, like it, to see stuff like that kind of gives me hope in humanity and, you know, Americans as a whole, because like not everybody's lost that community tribal mentality where we got to help each other in distress, not just
walk past it.
Walk past it.
Yeah. Fellas, we appreciate it. Knock out some more of these soon. I guarantee it. Appreciate you, boys. Talk soon.